Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a bit of a different one. It's more of a sensitive topic, actually. The video will not be monetized or anything like that. You know, this is just really information for you guys to know because I feel like a lot of players need to know this information. Unfortunately, I don't feel like the post went as far as it did. So huge shout out to Carrie for letting the community know. You guys, haven't checked this stuff out. He's one of the data miners out there. Great dude. So definitely check out his Twitter and all that. I'll leave a link in the description. It's just mainly I wanted to kind of discuss this because, guys, this is pretty serious, right? So when safety net was first implemented in Dokkan, they're able to see everything that people do. They know when you're mining the APK, they know when you are playing on an emulator, they know every time they're breaking TOS, obviously, right? They definitely knew exactly what you're doing. Over time, people kept obviously doing it because you're still allowed. There was workarounds. Obviously, you guys have seen early showcases, which I have no issues with. If you guys want to farm accounts, by all means, or if you guys want to do those showcases, by all means, just remember this could happen, right? And this post seems like that's going to happen a lot sooner than we anticipated. So if you are botting, or not botting, farming, make sure to finish that up. If you're playing on emulators, personally, get off emulators now. Get off emulators to start playing on your phones because, again, let's go ahead and just read the post here. Sorry about that. The small meaningless bug fix JP update was a big update in things of safety net once again. I wouldn't be surprised if the next app update 4.13 would block off emulators, bots, and other non-official access. It's very likely for this to happen more than ever before. So here's the actual code. Obviously, I don't really know everything here, but obviously my man Carrie does. So note, they don't need to update the app to make it work. The current update technically has everything safety net needs to block non-official access. There's no bypass for safety net. It has existed since 2017 and no emulator dev is going to specifically do it just for Dokkan, which is true. That only legitimate devices being capable of passing a safety net verification unrooted plus so yeah, pretty much I think that's all the response, like all the main responses. So pretty much they could already stop you right now. They could stop emulators right now. They could start banning people right now. Personally, I'm gonna give you guys my personal thoughts. I have no idea. I'm an absolute nobody in the spectrum of Dokkan and stuff like that. So I'm a nobody when it comes to this. But personally, I don't think the ban wave is happening yet. I think this is them kind of testing the waters. They're seeing what's going on, and seeing how everything's doing. Obviously, with his update, they don't really, it's a very small player base that actually uses mods and stuff like that, and the millions of people who play Dokkan, right? So right now, I think they're just kind of like, this is kind of like flirting with the idea of taking it out. And personally, I do think there's something else coming. If they're going into this route, I feel like there's going to be some, I don't know if it's going to be PvP or some type of new mode with a leaderboard system that they do not want you doing mods on. It's either that or it's just there's too many, farmed accounts online, because I'm sure there's a lot of dead accounts, right? We don't know. We can't see the numbers to see how many dead accounts they actually are out there. So just keep that in mind. So again, Carrie, thank you for this. And to everybody who's playing on emulators, get off now. Stop modding. Stop doing that stuff right now. If you are going to be farming and modding accounts, do it on accounts that aren't yours specifically. Do it on burners and just don't spend money on those, because we don't know if those are going to be banned or not. So a lot of us do have farmed accounts. Like my main global account was a farmed account from 2nd year anniversary. So that's going to be kind of crappy if that account gets banned, because I spent over 10 grand on that account because it was a gift. I won it in a giveaway. It had a bunch of units on it. Everything was completed at the time. It was 2nd anniversary, so I had a lot of great units on it. So personally, my main global is from a farmed account. So I don't know if they're going to go as far as banning farmed accounts. I don't think so. I think they just kind of want it to stop, because I'm sure there's so many people just like myself who have these accounts who are spending money in it, right? Obviously, there's a lot of people who are doing that. So a lot of us, right? I feel like a lot of people have farmed accounts and they've made that their mains over the years. I mean, I've been playing that account since 2nd year. So what was that, 3.5, 4 years almost? So I've been playing that same account, spending tons of money. So I think they know that. I feel like they know it, but obviously they could just not care. They could be like, well, you're only spending 10 grand, while we have whales who've been using accounts, their main accounts, for 6 years who've been spending on the money, right? So they might not care for that. But looking how this is going, how like the data is with the safety net, it doesn't seem so much like a ban wave right now. Anyways, the ban wave doesn't seem like it's right now, but um, just be aware that you might not be able to use emulators anymore. And remember, there's already been stories of people saying that when they lost their main accounts, that that were farmed accounts, that when they messaged Bandai said, "Hey, you actually broke TOS, and by playing this on an emulator." So obviously, Bandai is not going to be very helpful to accounts like that. Like if I ever lost my account, I probably wouldn't be able to get it back. Just bottom line. Thankfully, I have it connected to my Facebook, so it's my Facebook's not going anywhere, so I'll be fine. But to everybody else, you should be careful. Be very, very careful right now. Tread very lightly with farmed accounts. If you're farming an account for 6 year, I would say do it now. Do it now, and do not spend money on it. We don't know what's gonna happen. But if you are doing that, nobody could stop you. I'm not gonna judge you. I understand it's 6 year anniversary. You want to summon. It's a crazy itch, right? I will not say I do not think anything less than anybody who farms an account right now, because again, it's 6 year anniversary. It's nobody has money to be dropping right now. It's a freaking pandemic out there. So a lot of people are broke right now. So I understand. So if you're gonna do it now. Get off the emulators though. Get off the emulators now. And if you haven't done so already, get your account and just run away. Do not keep doing it. Don't keep botting. Like just make one good JP account if you guys need to, and just leave it. But don't keep doing it over and over, because I feel like, personally, another thing I was gonna say, it's that obviously recently, I think botting accounts or farming accounts have been very popular, because again, it's 6 year anniversary. Everybody's been doing it. Everybody has farmed accounts right now for 6 year. Maybe after Bandai seeing how many accounts there was, that's why they implemented this, because they're trying to stop people. Like let's say you go crazy, you do the whole like the 3,000 stones that you get from one of those accounts, and then you just bottom line don't get anything, right? And then you're like, well, I'm gonna go make another account. Maybe they don't want people doing that. And then obviously they know it's way easier to do that on emulators. Personally, yeah, it's way easier to do that on emulators. Like you could delete the account, go back in, delete it, go back in. On doing that stuff on your phone is annoying, and you can't really do it on your phone that well. So doing it on emulators is definitely easier, and obviously, like Trident and stuff like that, you could do it. It was a lot easier doing it on emulators, or just modding in general. So I would definitely say that's why they're probably trying to take away emulators, and they're gonna go after bots. I don't think anything of a ban wave is here just yet, right? I personally don't think so. I don't know. Again, we don't know. We have zero clue, right? We are kind of like tadpoles in this giant spectrum of news and content and stuff like that, right? We don't know. I don't know. I don't work for Bandai. We have Carrie here, who was, very, it was very nice of him to be able to post this for us, because this is a huge warning. And I want to warn you guys: be careful. Stop. You're gonna do your bots. I guess do the last one now, because it seems like this could be blocked any moment, and stop doing it. Personally, that's probably my best advice to all of you. Get off emulators. I cannot stress that enough. Get off. Don't waste it anymore. Just in case. Like, let's say you have an account in there and it just gets locked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. Again, if you guys enjoyed the video, go support Carrie. Don't even worry about supporting me right now. Just take care of your stuff and go, thank Carrie for this, because again, this is a huge shout out to Carrie, actually, more than anything, right? So definitely go make sure to thank him for basically maybe saving thousands of accounts. I feel like more people need to see this post. It's not confirmed, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, guys. We are now in scary territory, and I know a lot of us play on emulators. A lot. I bought a new phone just to play on my Android, because I was honestly kind of scared. I was scared about this, so I was like, you know what? Let me buy an Android device, and I did, and that's what I'm using for JP now instead of an emulator. So make sure to do that. Be very careful treading forward and all that greatness. So stay safe, everybody. Not only on Dokkan, but in IRL as well. And just be very careful with what goes down now, because a lot of stuff is kind of A lot of stuff is looking pretty crazy, man. A lot of stuff is looking pretty crazy. So be careful, everybody, with your accounts. Enjoy the 6-year anniversary, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace out, man.